right. And you just led me straight to my next question. Are you connected with the divine? Because that's the main outcome we provide here, right? In the spiritual work, connection with the divine. So before you answer this, you already said it. But what was before? Did you have, what kind of feeling you had? Was it void? Was it emptiness? How did you know that you were disconnected before? You were talking about this gap. That was your gap. How did you experience that gap? What was it there?
And I didn't even consciously, or I mean, in those moments where I was asking, like, I want to have this feeling for hours or days, I didn't know that actually that was the connection with God. I just wanted that feeling, but I didn't know what I was actually asking for. I had no idea what I was missing, what the connection that was missing in my life. I had no clue. I just didn't have a relationship with God. It wasn't like I didn't think God existed. Like, no, I believe God existed. It just, my whole life, I didn't have a relationship.
But if
Right.
we ask you, if somebody would ask you at that time, before you met me, do you have relationship with God, or are you connected to the divine? What would you say at that time?
At that time, I would probably shrug my shoulders and say, oh, sure.
Right.
And that would be that.
It's inside. It's one thing inside, and you got used to living like this. And because you read so much metaphysical literature and go into so many different places and learning spiritual stuff, well, yeah, of course. That's all I'm doing, right?
Right.
But the truth is, you're not connected at all.
At all.
Right.
And I thought, I didn't know that was why I came to work with you. I had no idea. Like, I wanted something completely different. And it actually surprised me when I was like, oh, this is what I came for.
In fact, every single person who, now I'm more open to spiritual stuff, but before I would invite people to have physical results, because you're not aware of spiritual, you don't care about spiritual, you're already well-read and well-traveled, right? So why would you need spiritual? All you need is the money and the success in business and all the good physical stuff to make you happy, right? Because you're not aware. That's what you want.
Right.
And then suddenly, during the journey, the priorities change, the goals change, the purpose in life changes, everything changes because awareness changes.
Exactly. Yeah, the awareness change. And going back to those years ago, even before we started working together, and I was in my car saying, I want to feel this certain way. It is that way. There's this overall lens of peace. Like when we say rose-colored glasses or something, there's like rose-colored glasses, but not in a cliche way, like in a true way over everything. Even the most difficult situations are more manageable and they're more meaningful. And I have dealt with very difficult situations during the 7 years that we've worked together. I had experiencing two deaths that were very among the closest relationships to me during that time. And there's been other things that people, or as humans, we consider a great loss. And having that communication with the divine, having that relationship with God has made situations more manageable, even more meaningful, because you see the silver lining, you see the spiritual meaning behind why it happened and when it happened. And
you have a system and tools to turn it into an opportunity and healing opportunity, not just drama.
Exactly. And even in challenging situations, you can still see how you're in the flow and how you're connected, even when it can be chaos happening around you or something unpleasant happening around you. You still have this awareness that you're still right where you're supposed to be, because with that communication and with that, with those
That
signs,
support, the support,
that support. Mm-hmm.
spiritual support.
Yeah.